The Crescent Vargarda Road Race closes a weekend of cycling in Sweden. On offer this time, a hilly course with 4 gravel sections and repeated ascent of the Högrungabacken. Last year saw a win for the home nation from Emilia Falin.
I think it's going to be a hard day. It's always here. It's hectic, it's fast and it's quite technical and you can never relax really. You're always about positioning, and now added the gravel sections the last couple of years makes it another stressful section, and you're just going to be battle for positions, and you need a bit of luck. You need everything to fall into place.
It's an interesting course, and it changed over the years with the new gravel section, so that that makes it even more hard, but also more unpredictable. It's fighting for your position in those sections, and then you still have the local laps, which are, the hill is not really hard, but in the end and in the final of the race, it can make a difference.
I think really riders who race aggressive are really good in this race. It's technical, but also long and fast, and I don't know what this race has, but it's a special race.
The race began on its 141-kilometre course in the centre of Vargarda and would return to the town another 8 times before the finish, with a series of short laps to bookend the race. Each loop included a 1.5-kilometre ascent at the Högrungabacken, not steep but deceptive enough to break the pack apart. Louisa Lobiggs of the Australia team made an initial attack, brought back with 2 laps gone. Instead, it was her teammate Grace Brown's attack a kilometre later that stuck. She took with her Sweden's Alexandra Nesmar and Kim de Baart of Lens World Quota, and they were soon joined by 8 more riders, representing most of the major teams, to make a break of 11. FDJ headed the chase as the most significant team to miss out, but the escape ahead were ramping up their advantage. Among them, Georgia Bronzini, Chantal Black, Monique Teniglo, Amanda Spratt, Lisa Klein, Alexis Ryan, Romy Kasper and Sabrina Stiltians. The peloton were 2 minutes 40 seconds down by the time the break had covered the first gravel section. At the halfway point of the race, the peloton behind began to rally, closing the gap down to 40 seconds. The break were forced to act. Stiltians of Team Sunweb made her attack first, leaving 10 in the group, but was caught before the closing short circuits began. 46 kilometres to go and another move from the break, this time coming from Spratt. She was soon followed by former Vargarda winner Black and podium finisher Bronzini, along with Ryan and Stiltians. They staved off the encroaching pack, gaining almost a minute until the Högrunga climb on the 3rd to last lap. The reduced peloton of now around 40 riders was subjected to a relentless series of attacks, but not even those from Lizzie Dynan or Janneke Ensing could make any substantial ground. All together then, as they crossed the line for the final lap of the race, Orica Scott hit the front, with Women's World Tour leader Anna van der Breggen looking set to pounce. With the tempo already ramped up, the chances for a late solo victory were fading. The lead-outs, or what was left of them, came to the fore with a kilometre left to race. Team Sunweb with 3 at the top and options among them: Ellen van Dijk, Leah Kirchmann and Floortje Mackay. New European champion Marianne Vos stayed in 3rd wheel. Lotte Lepisto began to move up. Then, after taking a wide swoop into the last corner, Van Dijk opened up her sprint with 300 metres to go. With Mackay dropping back, the Dutch powerhouse had clear space to the finish. Vos dived forward to make up the deficit, but took Lepisto with her. The Finnish champion stuck to her central line and never let the acceleration slip. Last year's runner-up going one better to seal her 3rd Women's World Tour win this season. Vos took 2nd, Van Dijk's teammate Kirchmann took 3rd.
This morning we were thinking we have a pretty good chance to win here today, and we had perfect tactic, I think. We had Lisa Klein in the front in the strong breakaway, and when it got back we had strong group to follow the attacks, and I could save my legs until the end, and yeah, I had the fastest legs in the final today. Ellen van Dijk, she went through the corners first, and then a teammate left the gap, so yeah, I jumped in the gap, and I had Lotte in my wheel, and yeah, I just didn't have the legs to keep on going until the finish.
It's nice to be on the podium. It's a really big race. You know, all the biggest teams and riders are here. I'm a little disappointed to not get the win, especially when my teammates did such a perfect lead out. But yeah, it's still nice to get a podium placing. And yeah, I think we rode a really great race today.
Van der Breggen keeps herself in the Women's World Tour leaders jersey, while Cecilie Uttrup Ludwig continues her spell in the Women's World Tour youth jersey. In the race top 10, defending champion Farlin had to settle for 8th, beaten by Ale Cipollini duo Chloe Hoskin and Marta Bastianelli. In the UCI Women's World Tour rankings, Kasia Niewiadoma leaps up to 2nd place and closes Van der Breggen's lead down to 88 points. While Ludwig's lead at the top of the Women's World Tour youth rankings extends to a commanding 14 race run.